Hello, hello, welcome to the Happy Hippie Intuitive. This is Nina and I'm here to do a bonus weekend Halloween happy birthday to me reading today. Because, yep, you guessed it, my birthday is on Halloween. So, that's why I'm going to do this extra little weekend reading for you guys today, okay? So, you have 3 cards to choose from today, and we're going to use some different oracle cards and tarot cards along the way. But what you have to choose from is card number 1, 2, and 3, and there are 3 different crystals. We have on number 1, it is a mookaite crystal. On number 2, we have a smoky quartz crystal. And on number 3, we have a petrified wood crystal. Okay, so ask your angels and guides to guide you to pick the right crystal and card for you. You can pause the video if you need more time. You can use the timestamps below to guide you. And remember that these are not one-to-one readings. They are general. So you must take what resonates and leave the rest, please. My voice is a little bit off today. It's because I've been kind of struggling with a cold. So bear with me, people, okay? Well, with further ado, pick your card and your crystal, and I will be back, and I will start with number 1. Okay, removing number 3 and number 2. Okay, number 1, so if you pick this mookaite crystal, then this is the reading for you. I will put it up here so it will be part of your reading, together with these fun pumpkins and decorations I have put up for Halloween. So, let's look at this card first, and then we're going to use some tarot cards and oracle cards to clarify for you guys, okay? Let's see what's coming up for you this weekend. House, okay, so there might be something going on at home. There might be moving house, so there might be someone cleaning house or decorating house, especially when it comes to Halloween. Or maybe this house kind of look like a mansion. Maybe there's a haunted mansion that you guys are making for Halloween. So there's something to do with your house. Okay, we'll put it over here, and then we're going to use some clarification cards here. Let's pull some tarot. So this is the Dark Mansion Tarot I'm using right now, because it's Halloween, so that's kind of extra fun. So let us see what is going on for you, number 1. Okay, so 3 of Pentacles, investment or building something, planning together. Now you got 6 of Pentacles, which is giving and receiving, maybe a present coming out of the blue. Ace of Swords, brilliant, victory. And the High Priestess, okay, so someone is very connected with the spiritual realm here. That's good news. Okay, underneath the deck, Knight of Swords. Okay, good news. So, let's look at it. 3 of Pentacles can be an investment, starting up something, planning something, okay, maybe together with others. 6 of Pentacles, happy surprise may be coming to you, or maybe it is an invitation to, if you have enough, then give it, pass it on, kind of, give if you can. Ace of Swords, it can be truth coming, it can be new ideas, it can be epiphany, finally, or all of a sudden seeing something very clearly. But it is also the card of triumph. And the High Priestess is, of course, someone who is very connected with the spiritual realm. She is very connected with her own soul, with her own gut feeling, with her intuition, if you will. Okay, so that might be you, or that might be, of course, someone in your vicinity. Okay, so let's pull some more tarot cards, and this time we're going to use, what is this one called? Is it the Santa Muerte tarot, I think? So, very Halloweeny decks today, of course. Excuse me. As I said, I have a cold, so it's coming to the end. So hopefully it will be better for my birthday tomorrow. Okay, let's look at it. So, King of Swords. The Chariot. Wow, very good news, number 1. The World. Oi, oi, oi. And the Page of Wands underneath the deck. 2 of Cups. Wow, I must say these are very positive cards for you, number 1. It looks like you're having a very good weekend. Of course, this can last longer than just the weekend, just to have that said. It all depends on kind of what we're getting and if there's a lot of major arcana cards coming up. And you have at least 2 here, 3 actually. High Priestess, the Chariot, and the World. So for me, that is about... if you are someone who is working within the spiritual field or wanting to work within the spiritual field, I would say that this is very good news for you. With the High Priestess, Chariot, and the World together, because that's kind of big energies right there when it comes to development within your spiritual. Or if you're not working within the spiritual, but you are developing kind of, you are growing, you know, when it comes to connecting with your soul space, I would say that this is very good news, okay? King of Swords is someone who comes also with clarity. He's very intelligent. He sees things clearly. And when I see the Ace of Swords, I would say maybe there is something that, epiphany that you get, something that you see clearly. Maybe regarding work, maybe regarding a project, or maybe something you have started together with someone. And with the Six of Pentacles, it might also be an investment or investor coming towards you that you didn't think about, for those of you who are in a work situation. Page of Wands is someone who comes in with passion. And also Two of Cups is about partnership. And it's about, of course, love. It can be a love relationship reading as well. You have to take it as it resonates with you, okay? So Chariot being the victory card and the very strong energies, very action card, I would say that something is definitely going in your favor here, number one, okay? Most definitely. And the World card is also something which is coming full circle, where the old kind of falls away and you step into something new. And especially next to the Page of Wands, which is new passion, new information. And Ace of Swords can also be new information and epiphany. I would say that whatever it is that you're doing or planning right now is going to work out very, very well. Okay, if it has something to do with house, moving or redecorating or redoing something, or planning something regarding a house, that's of course very good news in these cards regarding that as well. Okay, so let's pull some oracle cards for you guys as well, and then of course we're going to have some magic fairy dice at the end for you guys today. Okay, so let's pull a couple of oracle cards. This is the Halloween oracle. Death. The eternal cycle begins here. Okay, so that's very much the same card as the World card, actually. There's a new cycle. So something is ending. Something old is being kind of pushed aside now. It's done. And you're stepping into something new, okay? So that's very good news. Now that might also be why we got the Knight of Swords over here as well, because the Knight of Swords can sometimes be drama. It can be someone who comes in with a little bit too blunt information, or who's not thinking things through before they speak. But of course, it's also someone who comes in and says, okay, I want to cut this card, I want to go in this direction. He's very determined, the Knight of Swords as well. So that might kind of be what you are now, cutting away something old to move into something new here, number one. Okay, now let's also pull one of these cards here, the Witch's Familiar Oracle. So let's see what you get here, number one. Okay, what's up for number one? Dis-ease. Okay, so there might have been something, either a disease or that you have been not feeling well about something. Something hasn't been resonating with you the way it should. And that's why you're kind of feeling the need to let it go. The need to, just leave behind what doesn't serve you, kind of, okay? But I do feel like this is a past thing. I don't think this is something you're moving into, number one. I feel like it belongs to the past over here, okay? Let's pull one more of this deck. Premonition. Okay, that's interesting. Okay, so there might be, together with the High Priestess card here, I would say that you're definitely someone who sees clearly and who is in contact with your intuition. And I think by that, they're also encouraging you to make sure that you check in all the time before you make decisions, even though with all this information and maybe help coming from someone with this Chariot, you know, barging ahead, wanting to do something. Make sure that you check in with your gut and with your soul space and with your heart before you make any decisions moving forward. So Maybe I hear for some of you, you might have had a premonition regarding a home, a new house. I just heard that. So if that's the case, my feeling about it is that you should move ahead with it, but make sure that, because there's something about a contract. That's just something I hear. Might be a message for somebody specific out there, okay? So that was just something I got. But I do feel like someone has been dreaming about a house or seeing something in a dream state or in a meditation state, where they have seen something specific here regarding a home, okay? So, yeah, I would say that that's pretty much it. So let's look at the dice here, number one, for today. Okay, you got the cat, the black cat. Now, the cat can be a significator for someone who is very much in contact with the spiritual, but it can also be that you need some time alone, that you need some space, okay? So maybe you want to set aside some space to contemplate and to sink into your intuition. You got the witches on the broom. So again, with a high priestess here, I feel like that really much belongs there. So I do have a feeling, number one, that you are very connected. Got the ghost here, which is of course very Halloween-y. But also maybe you are someone who is connecting with past loved ones. So maybe you want to look into mediumship. You also have the magician. Wow. So there's so many indicators here that you are very spiritual, number one. So this is the magician. And the magician for me tells me that you have the tools yourself to make a change that you need in the future. The moon is about, of course, it can be very Halloween as well. But the moon is also about looking at your shadow side. But it can also be something significant as to something is hidden that needs to be illuminated, okay? Something is in dark right now and needs to be illuminated. So that might be something that belongs with the past here, with the deceased and with the Knight of Swords, something about the truth. You have very many swords here that tells about truth, King of Swords, Ace of Swords, and Knight of Swords. So there might be something that needs to come to the surface before you can move forward with this project or with this unity that you have started up here, number one. But do look for who that person might be that is wanting to help out. But this might also be you, though. You have to adjust it to where you are. But there is something about giving and receiving, okay? But all in all, a very positive reading, I must say. Number one, a lot of possibilities coming to you. New epiphanies, a new truth, new passion is coming. I see that you're very connected. There is a partnership looking good here. So all in all, I would say whatever you're moving into is going to look very good for you, number one. Okay? So that's pretty much all I had for you for this Halloween happy birthday reading. And I wish you the very best. Until the next time I see ya. Bye. Okay, so removing all of these so we can jump into the second reading. That card can be put away. And this needs to be put away. Okay, so number two. Okay, number two. So if you picked number two and you picked this smoky quartz crystal, and this is the reading for you. So I will put it up here so it will be part of your reading. And we will look at this card first, and then we have some tarot cards and oracle cards that we're going to pull for you. I'm sorry about my voice today. I'm having a little bit of a cold, so I'm just recovering from that. So bear with me, okay? Let's look at this card first. Wow, mature man. Okay, so that might be someone, and it might be you, of course. A mature person, doesn't have to be male, you know, not gender specific. But it can also be someone in your vicinity, in your life, that might be someone who you feel comfortable with, or someone you can take advice from. Someone that might have some wisdom, some information for you that you might need moving forward. But it can also be someone from the spiritual realm wanting to say hello. A grandfather figure is what I feel with that, okay? So if you're someone who's missing someone or thinking about someone specific in spirit right now, then this is a hello from them to you, okay? So let's put that over here, and then we're going to pull some tarot cards. So I'm going to use the Dark Mansion Tarot first, and then we're going to use the Santa Muerte Tarot after. And then some oracle cards, and then I have the fairy dice over here. Fairy tale, magic fairy tale dice, they're called. So we're going to use those as well. Very Halloween-y, of course. Since it is Halloween weekend. Okay, let's look at it, number 2. So, 2 of Wands. Okay, I think I have to put that over here. 2 of Wands, that's investment, planning. The Wheel of Fortune, wow, okay, that's beautiful. That can also be destiny. Judgment, okay, it can be a wake-up call from Spirit or information from Spirit coming to you. And 7 of Cups, options, beautiful, okay. Underneath the deck, the Lover's card, wow, okay. That's beautiful. Okay, so for me, it looks like you are invited to connect with the spiritual, because it seems to me like they have some information for you. Something is destined. Something is, you know, there's 2 major arcana cards here out of the 4. So actually 3 with the Lovers. So I would say that there's definitely a message for you from Spirit. Maybe that's the message from the mature man that has passed. Okay. This being, you know, the season where the veil between the 2 worlds is thin. So the messages coming from Spirit now is kind of easier to hear than normal. So, you know, take that as it resonates with you. But I do feel like there's a message probably from this mature person for you regarding something that is destined for you, something regarding what you're planning. It might be in regards to a relationship, moving into a relationship, but it doesn't have to be love relationship. It can be friendship. It can be partnership within work. You have to take it as it resonates with you. Definitely some options for you here, but when the 7 of Cups pops up, it's not just options, it's also about what are you focusing on. And also be careful in that sense with what you're focusing on because of the law of attraction. What you're focusing on is what you're going to get more of, or what energies you play in, you're going to get more of, right? If you're playing in the energies of victimhood, you will get more of that. If you're playing in the energies of gratitude and happiness and joy, then that's what you're going to get more of, right? So I do feel like they're encouraging you to sit down and meditate and listen, because there is something important that they want to tell you regarding your plans moving forward. Okay, so let us use the other deck here as well, which is the Santa Muerte Tarot. Very Halloween-y decks today, of course, being the Halloween weekend. Oh, there was one that just popped. Okay, so 5 of Cups. So feeling left out. Okay. Now, the 8 of Wands, action card. Can also be travel. Queen of Wands. And the 10 of Cups, good news. Underneath the deck, the World. Okay, good. Something is coming to an end. Something needs to kind of come full circle. It might have something to do with this card here, where you're feeling left out. There might have been a partnership or a love relationship or friendship or family relationship where you've kind of felt a little bit, you know, pushed aside or left out. And there might be a choice for you, or some planning or moving into something new regarding letting that go and moving into some other energies here. Now, the 8 of Wands comes in with force, and it comes underneath the Wheel of Fortune. So I would say that something is just kind of changing in your life. Something is turning, okay? And that's kind of good news considering the 5 of Pentacles being here, okay? Now, the Queen of Wands is someone who's very in contact with the spiritual realm, and it's underneath the Judgment card, which is the wake-up call or the message from Spirit. So I do have a feeling that you are connected, even if you know it or not, and that they're desperate to tell you something. You're really, really needing to log on to the spiritual realm, log off the internet and log on to the spiritual realm to get this message, most likely from this person here, okay? And you also have a 10 of Cups underneath the 7 of Cups. So I would say that once you have found your path, once you have gotten this message, and once you focus on that, you stay in that energy, then this is what's coming to you. The World card and the 10 of Cups. So beautiful, beautiful energy here, number 2, I must say. So there's a huge potential for a very positive shift for you is what I feel here, okay? So let's pull some oracle cards. Excuse me. I do have a cold that I'm struggling with here. I just wanted to make this reading for you guys. Excuse me. I just need some water, okay? Okay, that's better. Now let's pull an oracle card from the Halloween deck. Regret. Okay. So there might have been something in the past regarding this Five of Cups here. But I do feel like the regret doesn't necessarily have to be you regarding something. But there might be somebody else who's regretting what they did towards you. Okay. That's just a feeling I get. So that's significant for some of you. Now, yeah. So there might have been a dispute or something where you have felt led astray, or where you have felt like someone isn't honest, or where you have felt like you've been pushed aside. You have to take it as it resonates. And that person is kind of regretting it. So that might be significant for some. Or if this is you having the regrets, then I would say let go of that energy now. Feel it through, of course, if you need to. But I think it's time to let that go, because they're inviting you to invest in something new here. They're inviting you to move into what's destined for you. Okay? So there's something else that's destined for you. That's kind of what I feel here. So we have another oracle here called the Witch's Familiar. So we're going to pull a card from that one too. See if there is some additional information before we roll the dice. Okay. Let's see what we have for you, number 2. Let's see what we have. Okay. Omens. Okay. So some of you might have been seeing some omens, some warning signs regarding this, and maybe not paying attention to it, or maybe just discarding it, or maybe just, nah, that's not going to happen. So that I would say that maybe you have the gift of premonition, but the omens can also be positive, though. It doesn't have to be negative. It can be something, a sign of something coming towards you if you choose to focus on it. I do have a feeling that this reading is very much about what you focus on. It's very much about the law of attraction. What energies you choose to play in is going to get enhanced now. Let's pull one more card from this. See what you get. Vulnerability. Okay. Don't be afraid to be vulnerable here. Don't be afraid to tell the truth about what you feel about a certain situation. Vulnerability also is an invitation to feel things through, okay? So that you can let it go, so that energy can kind of be dissolved within your physical and let go of, so that you can invite the new energies in, okay? So I would say that there might be a little bit of inwards work for you this next couple of days, and maybe longer if that's what you need. And then you're going to shift, but make sure that you hear the message from them. I feel like there's somebody here from the spiritual realm, some of your guides, probably someone who is who you have known in this life from before, who has passed, that's desperate to give you a message or give you love or kind of steer you maybe in the right direction here. Okay, so let's do the dice here, number 2. Let's see what you get. Again, the Sword of Truth here. So, yeah, I do feel it's very important for you to focus what is the truth for you. What is it that you truly want for you? And the Knight of Swords here as well. So, yeah, very, very much so that you have to find out what is the truth for you. You got a fairy here. Maybe you have some connection with nature, or maybe they're encouraging you to look out for fairies. Maybe you can get messages through them. You also had the Witch on the broom, and that goes very well with the Queen of Wands here. So I do feel like you're very connected to the spiritual realm here, whether you know it or not. So use some meditation and link into the spiritual realm so you can get these messages. And the wolf is also a very spiritual sign for me. Very about connection with the spiritual, howling towards the full moon, which is very much about what's hidden, okay? The hidden knowledge, kind of. So I do feel like there is some hidden knowledge for you to be gained here. But it's going to take some work on your part, okay? Both with the letting go and also with the making sure that you connect and that you listen to whatever it is that they are trying to tell you so that you can move into this beautiful card of the Ten of Cups. Ten of Cups being the happy family life, you know, where everything is in balance, with a rainbow of blessings kind of cards as well. Okay, so that's kind of the energies I'm seeing for you, number 2. Okay, so thank you very much for being part of this reading today. If you like the reading, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't. And click the bell so you get notified every time I upload. I wish you a happy Halloween, and till the next time I see you, number 2. Bye for now. Okay, removing all of these, so we can get into the third reading. Using the same cards today, so we have to remove them after the reading to reuse. That's how it is. Let's see, number 3. Okay, number 3, so if you chose this petrified wood for your crystal, then this is the reading for you. I will put it up here so it will be part of your reading. And we will look at this one card here first, and then we're going to draw some tarot cards and some oracle cards. And we also have the dices, the magic fairy dices for today. So excuse my voice, I'm struggling with a little bit of a cold, but I'm getting better. So I just wanted to do this weekend special Halloween, happy birthday to me kind of reading. Of course, I have a birthday on Halloween. Not a big surprise, huh? Anyways, let's get into it, number 3. So let's look at your card. Bad health. Okay, so it might be you who have been feeling ill lately, or somebody in your vicinity have been feeling ill, or you might have been going through something earlier in the past regarding a health issue that has been kind of holding you back maybe, or making you have to stop some projects, or, you know, I feel like there has been some stagnation for you, and it has to do with health. Now, you also have the number 31, which equals 4, which is stability. So there might have to had something to do with you leaving a job, or something has been kind of taken away from you because of a health issue. But health doesn't necessarily have to be physical, though. It can also be mental, and it can be emotional. So yeah, well, we'll see where this goes with the tarot cards. Okay, I'll put it over here, so we'll see. I have to put that over here. So we're going to use the Dark Mansion Tarot first to clarify the situation for you, number 3. So let's look at it. Bad health doesn't have to be very severe, though. I mean, it can be that you're in a like me, having a cold or something right now. So it doesn't have to be severe. Just have that set. Okay, let's look at it. The Chariot. So barging ahead, or victory, happy news. 4 of Swords. Balancing thing. Justice. Okay, again, balance. Okay, and 6 of Wands. So victory, celebration, recognition. Okay, and underneath, the Fool. Okay, so okay, let's look at it. So because I see the Chariot next to the 4 of Swords, 4 of Swords being the card of rest, rejuvenation, taking a break, you know, meditation, going inwards, that kind of card, next to the Chariot, which is very action, very moving forward, very victorious, very wanting to do something. And there is the Justice card, which is a balance. So I feel like there's some imbalance happening here. So this bad health might actually just be your energy, okay? It might be just that you give out too much energy, and you don't take the time to receive energy enough. So there is an imbalance in your energy field. It might, of course, be physical or mental. You have to adjust it to where you are. I'm just saying that it could be that it has to do with your energy field. So no matter if it's energy or physical or mental, they're asking you to find a balance here, okay? Since the 6 of Wands comes up, it has to do with recognition. I just heard something regarding that. Okay, so this is specific for some of you. Some of you might be in the public arena somehow and are kind of trying to get to a point where you get recognition for your work, okay? So with that, I would say that you're putting too much into it. You're working too hard. You are You're focusing too much on the outcome instead of kind of being in the journey and taking one step at a time. And so it's taking too much energy from you. Okay, so that was a message for some of you out there. Okay. For others, I would just say that this in general, finding the balance so that you don't get burnt out, so you don't get too tired, so you don't get into this bad health, okay? So there might be kind of a warning, if you will. I don't like using that word, but a kind of heads up that, you know, make sure that you don't use up your energy so that you get deployed of energy, okay? Depleted, I mean, did not deployed. Okay, maybe that was for some of you. Anyways, let's look at this. This is the Santa Muerte tarot. So, Ace of Cups, beautiful. Abundance, emotions flow over. Page of Pentacles, new, for better health. Better also can be money. Renewed. You also have the Four of Wands, which is the card of victory and celebration. And you also have Nine of Cups, which is personal happiness and abundance. Underneath the deck, Queen of Wands, which is someone who's very spiritual. Okay. Okay, listen. They're very positive cards, I must say. So don't be discouraged by this bad health card, because all the other cards here is quite positive. The Cups is about abundance. Emotions flow over. And Page of Pentacles is something new. It can be new regarding Pentacles being the earth element. It can be new work, it can be new money, it can also be the renewed health, okay? But renewed health is coming underneath the Four of Swords, so there is rest needed. You need to contemplate, you need meditation, you need grounding, you need stillness, you need time to recuperate, is what I would say. Now, with the Ace of Cups coming underneath the Chariot, it could also be that this is a very emotional thing for you happening. At least for some of you, I would say that this is causing some emotional reactions. And that's never bad. It's always good. So just let that flow out of you. Feel it through is what I would say with that. For others of you, this might be new love coming in, just to have that said. And now let's look at the Justice on top of the Four of Wands. So if you're in a situation where there's a justice needed when it comes to contracts or legal stuff, I would say that you will come out in the winning end here. So that was a message for some of you, okay? The Four of Wands being a celebration. It can also be a party. It can be a wedding. It can be a gathering where there is celebration. So then maybe that's Halloween party, who knows? But there is balance needed in that too, you see. So it's not just in your work and in your and projects, is also in your private life, that your energy needs balancing, okay? Now, you do have in the end here the victory card, recognition, together with personal happiness, okay? So I would say that you are going to achieve this. You're going to reach your goal here. But you do need to watch your balance. You need to connect with your spiritual. I do see that you are connected since you got the Queen of Wands here. But they are telling you to look after your health here. Trust, yes. Step into the new, yes, with the Fool card. But make sure that you are in balance. Okay. Let's draw some oracle cards. Let's see what you get. Number 3. From the Halloween deck. Werewolf, exploring wildness. Okay, so it might be something of a leap of faith here as well, is what I feel. They do say that you are protected and you're guided and you are held, kind of. So you have to trust that they're here. You have to trust that they want to help you. So that was one message. Another one is to dare to explore, to dare to go out on a limb, kind of, to dare to maybe do something you haven't done before. I do feel like for some of you that might be actually a yoga or something spiritual, meditation course maybe, you know, daring to look more into that aspect, that energy aspect of you, not just the physical, okay? So that's for some of you. Others of you, I would say also explore, yes, but make sure that you're in balance. I do get that very clearly for you, number 3, okay? So let's look at some other oracle cards, which is the Witch's Familiars or Oracle. See what you get there before we roll the magic fairy tale dice. Let's see here, number 3. What are you getting into? Community. Okay. So definitely for some of you who were looking into a course within the spiritual, definitely a message that you should. Now, community can also be a partnership with someone. It can be a job. It can be a grouping that you are a part of, you know, and it might also be in the connection with whatever it is that you're trying to balance here. So there might be someone in that community that might be able to help you. So look into who that might be for you. A community can be both good and bad, because don't let it take too much of your energy. Is the only thing I do keep hearing that warning about. Don't let it take too much energy, okay? But of course, if you're not already in some sort of community that you're wanting to, then that's an invitation to move into it. But if you are already in it, then make sure that you don't say yes too much to too many projects or too many things regarding that, okay? Let's pull one more card here. Adaptability, okay. So, yeah, you have to adjust something, you see. It's just not working if you're barging ahead only with the force and the want and the doing and the fixing and, you know, working. You have to balance it, you know, work and play, and balance working and relaxing, balancing, you know, the hours you're awake to the hours you sleep. So there is a lot of adjusting and a balancing in this reading altogether here. I feel number 3, okay? So let's pull these, or let's roll these dice here. So you got the Mermaid, so diving deep is also regarding the Ace of Cups here. So don't be afraid to dive into the vulnerable state to look at the whatever it is emotionally that you might need to feel through and let go of, okay? It's a good time for that. Something needs to be cleaned up, okay? It might be something in this situation that you haven't looked at yet, or that you might want to look into so that you can clean that up and leave it behind. The ghost is, of course, the connection with the spiritual realm. It can also be that you are interested in mediumship. Maybe you should contact a medium, or maybe you're working as a medium yourself or wanting to. Maybe that's the course that you want to go into. Who knows? You got kind of the castle or the haunted house here. So there might have to be something to do with a house or a home, of course, but it also has to do with where do you feel at home, okay? So adjust it to where you are, of course, but I do feel with the Page of Pentacles, with something new coming in and the possibilities for both recognition and celebration and the Nine of Cups of everything, just make sure that you are following your heart and that it is a place where you feel at home, okay? So that you're doing stuff that is in your best interest and that is coexisting with whatever it is that you're kind of meant to do, okay? You got a magic potion here. So yeah, I hear open up for magic. Okay, so there, I do feel like you're too much in work. You're too much in a work mode. You're too much in a doing mode. You're too much in fixing things yourself. But maybe you should ask for help. Maybe you should open up for the fact that there is magic to be found. Maybe you should open up to the fact that there is somebody who wants to help you. Not necessarily just here in the human world, but from the spiritual realm as well. Okay? So I do feel that there is a possibility for some magic happening in your life, but you kind of have to ask for it though, and be open for receiving, okay, is what I feel as well. So, yeah, I do think that was that regarding that. So, yeah, I do feel like this reading is very much about you finding your balance, you knowing what you want, you having that focus on moving forward with what it is that is home for you, what it is that's the truth for you. And the recognition and the rewards will come as long as you find that balance though. It's very important, or else this card might be significant in the future if you don't take care of yourself. So it's about self-nourishment as well. taking care of you, okay? Not saying yes to too many projects or to doing stuff for too many people here, okay? So take care of you is kind of a very big message for you, number 3, okay? So I hope that made sense. I hope you liked this reading. This was kind of an extra bonus weekend reading because I have a birthday on Halloween. So I just wanted to do something special regarding that. So anyways, number 3, I hope this made sense. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't. And click the bell so you get notified every time I upload a new video. I wish you a very happy Halloween. And till the next time I see you, number 3. Bye for now.